Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi,
Did you log
Rachel.
on as admin?
I did, yes. No, I
Oh,
didn't.
let me log out and log in. Oh, are you dialing the normal panelist way?
No, I am actually running it as the normal studio. Yeah, so I'm doing it via the website. Yeah,
So you're the one holding. Yeah, so let me log out and let me call 0330.
great.
Can we both be on at the same time?
Yeah, I think we can. We can.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
So you're signed into Spreaker, right?
I am. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so let me shut up and you do what you need to do.
All right, great. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Aproko Hour on Friday, 30th of June. I hope you've had a really good weekend. Really good week, and you have a really good weekend going forward. This week has been one of those weeks where there's been a few stories out there, and as we do on Viva Nigeria Radio, we are going to hash this out. I am obviously not going to be by myself, so I'm going to be joined by our lovely panelists who are going to be dialing in, and I'll introduce them at a later stage. For you to join us, please note you can call in for UK, dial 0330 998 1261. Again, that's 0330 998 1261. And that's if you are dialing in from the UK. If you are dialing in from the United States, you need the number 1712 770 4032. Again, that's 712-770-4032 if you're dialing in from the US. And if you're calling in from Nigeria, you need the number 1440-5024. And in all these instances, you are going to need the access code, which is 264812. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Let's get the show started. So, today the topics are going to be, what we've had in news all throughout the week. I personally have my favorites, but I'm going to try not to monopolize the topic this week. So let's get started. We're going to talk about the radio that came up on the message that came up on Break All Makeup on Instagram, where the woman was talking about how she just got married yesterday, and as far as she was concerned, they had a really lovely wedding. She and her husband got home. Her new husband got home. They didn't have sex, so the whole wedding night sex capades did not happen, and only for her to be woken up at 3 a.m. by her husband, who said, he's hungry, I need you to cook for me. And she's telling him, okay, can you just have some tea or maybe cake, something that we brought in from, the wedding, and then later on I can make you something. And dude is like, no, he doesn't want that. So she finally relented, went to go warm some rice from the party, some leftover rice. He's going, no, this is not going to do. I won't swallow. Basically, I need you to make soup at 3 a.m. in the morning. She's thinking, yeah, you are joking. So she went to sleep, only for Bobo to start beating the woman. So they've been married a day, and he's kicking the crap out of her. First off, let me just ask everyone on the show. I think we have pretty much mostly everyone is on. We have the two Rachels. Yes, I am saying the two Rachels, and Nkiru on the show. So, guys, or rather ladies, can I just ask you, did any of you actually read this story?
I'm just reading it now. Wow.
Oh,
I think Rachel knows the story.
Rachel. All right, tell me what you thought when you read the story.
Which Rachel?
America Rachel. Okay, I need to be able to distinguish now.
I first of all have a question. These make or break up people, are they aliens?
I don't know. It's possible. I've always wondered that myself.
The theory that they come up with is goosebumps.
Hello, Dolakwo.
Hi, how are you, ladies?
Hi, how you doing, Dolakwo? You good? Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
How's the Friday going?
It's going. We're reeling from all that's happened during the week. Rachel was just wanting to understand if people that are on Instagram page break up or make up, if they are aliens. Personally, I think they might be, but who knows? So, Rachel, what did you think of the story when you read it?
As I'm saying, I sleep late. I typically sleep late, you know. But at 3 a.m., somebody to be called, the hunger will just kill you. Let's just get ready. We just annul that marriage. What kind of thing is that one? But I am hard to believe a lot of the things that are typed there. A lot of things doesn't add up, doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Well, true. Rachel London, did you actually read the story?
I read the story, so at first I thought, oh, okay, some show, what kind of witchcraft is this? Somebody's beating you because you refused to make Eba in the middle of the night. Is it Eba for sacrifice? Is it the one to put it on a meter? Is it why must I make 3 a.m. Eba? And obviously for a day after your wedding,
It was the wedding night.
Like the night of. The night, it just, none of it makes sense. So when the guy now came and said his own part, so I read the first part and I feel it's like, idiots, this one is not serious. Then the man came and said, oh, it's because there was a lot of things started, during the wedding, that she refused to kneel down to give him cake, she refused to, and then the final straw came when her mom or somebody said, make sure you go home and cook for your husband. And she said, cook for who? Me, I'm not cooking anything. No, I'm going straight to sleep. Which is not her saying, I will never cook for him or I don't know how to cook. She's like, you were tired, well. They will say women will always infer womanly excuses or justifications.
Yeah.
But I don't think he married a woman who was saying, oh, now that we are married, in this life, I will never cook for you again. So if you were harboring any thoughts that I will be the cook in this marriage, you were on a long thing.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, there comes a
Random.
girlfriend. I'm like, you know what? This is Telemundo. This is not.
Exactly. Because
And that is why I asked if they are aliens. How did you know that it was on them? They used to watch that typing.
do you know what? Some people, yeah, and then this is what surprised me. She's like, I confirmed it was him first. And I'm like, how did you confirm that? How are you going to know? You don't know. She's like, when you left at 3 a.m., it was me that went to go and cook for him, that slept with your husband, that blah, blah. Your marriage will never work. And it's
somebody will tag somebody and say, do you know if this is this person's husband or do you know if this is this person's wife? Is this not the wedding we're just coming from?
Yeah.
Is this not, oh my gosh. I mean, even that part is not so far-fetched. If someone saw a story that looked like it might be familiar, especially if as the wife, I was calling up some of my friends and being like, the very graduated to for below one morning. It's possible that one can get to the bottom of or actually find out who is saying something and saying, oh, it's your story they're saying, better go and give your own side of the story so that you're not painted out as some evil person or whatever the case is. For me, I think what was really quite interesting about the whole story or just kind of fascinating, because I read it and I chucked it aside, like, plus her, plus the ex-girlfriend, plus the husband that they married, plus the person that couldn't kneel down to give cake, plus the person that wants them to be pounding him in the middle or going to that left, but there's no mother or father figure in all three of you to even pack you all together and talk to you. For me, what was actually quite interesting about the story was the varied responses on social media. Like, oh my gosh, people are actually having opinions. People are siding with the ex-girlfriend. People are siding with the new wife. People are siding with the husband. you don't cook for your husband, me, I'll cook for him. But like, he left you. He didn't wife you. You're out here feeling like a winner. You're not a winner. You're a Mama Sikira, and it's me he came to. Where's your medal? Where's your brand?
And then there's the ones that are saying, you too, why couldn't you just make something for your husband? It's just whatever. It's absolutely ridiculous. Some of the comments that people were coming up with as well, and that tends to be the telling part, because the stories, granted, let's just assume that these stories are actually made up and it's Telemundo. Let's just assume that's the case. The people that are commenting, that's not Telemundo. They're human beings, or rather, they're supposedly human beings. It is the responses that they come up with that just shocks me to the core. You hear some women saying, well, you too. Well, why would you be doing that? Your husband said he wants so. You can't cook, you can't do this and everything. And it's like, and then there's the ones that are saying, well, maybe you shouldn't have slapped her. You should have just called her parents immediately and just sent her home or something like that. All this to do with the fact that somebody wanted to eat or make a point at 3 a.m. It wasn't the fact that the nigga was hungry at 3 a.m. Because if it's 3 a.m. and you really are hungry, you will eat the rice, you will eat whatever is available. Abi, Dorapo, what do you think? Let the voice of reason speak. Yeah.
The feminist in me is saying, for all those opinions, especially you mentioned one that maybe you should have just called her parents and say what? Your daughter was at 3 a.m. Which month do you even start with? Alright? To me, it's stupidity. For the guy's at fault here. Now, if you want to now look at, the domino effect, okay, maybe she too might have pushed. I don't even know what she did to have pushed him. As far as I'm concerned, the guy is at fault. He started this by waking her up and saying no money to go cook. Even if it's just a fry egg, you want to chop bread with it. At 3 a.m. If that hunger, they wire you like that, run to the kitchen and put gari and soak the thing in ice water. If it's wiring you that bad.
Especially when you were when you looked at that same wedding, did you not see the stress? Are you not tired too? Can you go and
that is my question. That I don't even get it. What did you not do in the wife?
Who wakes up their wife 3 a.m. in the morning, possibly at 8, 9, 10 hours after they just finished the whole wedding? Who wakes the wife up to cook? The only thing you wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning is to say, I don't already again.
Do you know what? They should still be in that, at that time, they should still be in that honeymoon, just married bubble where, if they tell you that Cinderella is coming off the chimney, you'll be believing. Nonsense.
I don't get it. So the guys are at fault.
He was more, whatever.
According to him, he wanted to make a point. It wasn't actually the fact that.
You see, we tend to give these things wrong tags. That is not married. That is not. You're not proving anything. You're only proving that you're a bitch.
That was what he was saying. He was saying that, he said, well, because she said that she wasn't going to go home and cook, he now wanted to make sure that she cooked for him and everything. And I'm kind of thinking, yourself, you don't have something to do. You just spent that whole day trying to, at the wedding.
Maybe because I just look at things differently. I see myself, my wife, I say, okay, the only reason she does 90% of the cooking is because she's a big cook. And the thing they sweet, me, I'm horrible. I can fry egg for you and everything. Exactly, that's the only reason. But there are some things that, even if we go out somewhere, probably to a party or whatever, and she would just be like, just do my job because I ain't cooking now. And I'll quickly raise my hand and say, excuse me, auntie, please, can I get takeaway?
Exactly.
If I may ask Dola for a question, please. When you're raising your hand and saying, you're gentleman, were you like that from day one, or is it marriage that is? I mean, is there something that is missing from young men and young women? Is there certain things that couples are missing these days?
A lot of things that men see is what they've observed growing up. And with me growing up, it wasn't like if my parents they vex with each other, I don't know. But I know my dad can throw up something in the kitchen. But unfortunately, out of 5 kids, me being the oldest, I was the only one that was not listening in the kitchen because I was busy thinking of outside having for party days, romantic, whatever. All my other siblings, and like there are 4 boys and a girl being the last. All my other siblings are boys can cook very well. So this was something, it wasn't like you would learn how to cook, whether you like it or not. It's not a matter of because you're a boy or because you're a girl. Because you are my child. And that is something that I see that some people tend to, I have some friends that tend to have this old mentality like, you're a man, you're supposed to do this. No. Thank God at least, even if my wife vexes me now, I say, okay, whatever, I'm angry with you, blah, blah, blah. If I go to the kitchen and I see to do, I can fry.
Exactly. Right, okay.
So I wanna add something to this. Sorry, Bimbo.
Yep, go ahead.
What Dolapa was saying about people emulate what they learn at home. I think, not trying to insult you or anything, but I think that was that age and time. There are so many people taking their lessons from their boys that they sit down with and they have a drink with at Quinox Bar, from their girls that they sit down with and they go to Banana Mango or whatever the name of this posh eatery is. I see people tearing issues down on social media, like something that wants to start as an innocent topic becoming 200 comments, 300 comments, 400 comments. In the time of Bashebande, or this is how it's done in my house, and so therefore this is how I am, is not necessarily the time anymore. Now is like, this is not the done deal, or this is the done deal, or this is the way young men are doing it now, this is the way young women are doing it now. We want pre-wedding photos the same way Lagbaja had pre-wedding photos. We want we want to do that special dance that ended up going viral or ended up on YouTube, not because our parents did it, but because that's what is reigning now. I cannot imagine a situation where I would go to all these weddings and their wives are kneeling down feeding their husband's cake. Then it came to my wedding and my wife is saying she can't kneel down. Now I feel like I'm the butt of all the jokes. I feel like I'm the one, they're like, hey, woohoo, your wife didn't kneel down, hey, you married somebody that's going to be wearing the trousers.
The worst part is he didn't even discuss this thing with her. So he doesn't know why she didn't kneel down. Considering how people dressing, sorry, Dolapo, considering how people dress in Nigerian weddings and everything, all that wrapper and whatnot, it could be that the girl has tried and she knew that if she landed on her knees, she'll not be able to get back up in her tight wrapper and the shoes and the everything. Or it could just be the fact that.
Why must she land on her knee? Why must she?
It can even be, I don't kneel down because I don't want to kneel down. That is a conversation that you can have.
Exactly. You don't.
You know that saying that Toba will get on the cake. Sorry, on my sorry. So if you see me at a party and you see my wife for whatever reason, maybe it's a buffet line, everybody now lining up, but my wife now went and got me a plate and gave it to me. If I say, Bobo, you now look at me and I look at your wife and you now start franking face anyhow, because your own wife did not do the same thing. You don't understand the reason why my wife did it. It's not because she's showing you that she's this old generation wife. It's because she knows that if I go there, I will pack the plate and overflow. And she will put her own sugar on my food. And that's her way of telling me this is all you're going to eat. So.
It could be, yes, she kneels down, she goes to help you pack your plate. But then when you get home, you're the one who, puts the kids to bed, or you're the one who gives them their nightly bath, or you're the one who does something else.
You know, I got home last night. I got home after work last night, and of course the kids are supposed to do dishes or whatever. And she called me on my way home and said, Nero, you need to buy meat or whatever. So I had to branch and go to the butcher and get whatever goat meat and everything together. And I brought it home. And she was like, man, I can't do anything with this. We just put it in the fridge for now because these kids did not do dishes. Look at the pots all over the place. And yeah, I just went to the kitchen and started washing. And she came later and said, why are you doing this? You're always helping these kids out. I said, look, we have told them to do it. We've told them the reason why they need to do it. It's so that when they now get to be on their own, their house will not be coexisting with rats and cockroaches and everything. That is why. And people won't think of them as being very dirty. But at the same time, if they're not going to do what they want in my house, let me do it because I'm not there. It's me and you that's going to be here.
Exactly. All right.
There is nothing apportioned to a man or apportioned to a woman. It is who has the strength in doing that will do it.
Okay. Well, I don't think we can cover all of the faux pas of the newly married and the new generation tonight. However, the people seem to be showing themselves up, and for me, it was very evident in the comments. But let's move on to story number 2. Okay, so this one, to be honest, I don't even understand. I can't. I tried reading what they were saying about Hush Puppy and Fino and Casey and whatnot. At some point, I just. Sorry. Well, first off, that was the first question I asked. Was when I started reading it, I was like, "Who's Hush Puppy?" Now I know Fino or whatever he's called. I've heard of him. I don't know what he looks like. I've heard of Casey, so that wasn't too much of a surprise. That wasn't even what got to me. Was when I started reading the story. It was the pure incompetency of the journalist that actually made me. I just switched it off. I just stopped reading. I just closed the page because I couldn't understand. The Oyinbo was just rambling back and forth, and I was trying to. Can you get into a point? So Rachel London, if you do not mind, can you please just summarize the story for us?
There is a dog, for lack of a better word, because he calls himself Hush Puppy. There's a dog who, when asked what does he do for a living, he says works hard. I work hard for a living. That is his answer. What do you do for a living? I work hard. Evans too worked hard before they caught him, so I don't think he should work hard. So he randomly came out. His only job is to wear designers and to call out people who are not wearing designers or people.
And wear women clothes.
Yes, he wears some very questionable things in the name of I'm wearing designer. So he randomly came out and tried to shade Fino to say, Fino, is this Patek Phillipe that if you don't want people to plagiarize your work or something, then why are you plagiarizing other people's work? It's clearly a fake. Then tries to clap back, saying, basically, that's where they will see what is fake and what is not fake. I bought a house for my mother, I bought a house for myself, I'm helping the streets, I'm helping the younger generation, I am making a difference. Please, when we want to talk about Gucci and Prada, we will call you Ashimakuni, Kozi, type of thing. You need to lean back. It's not, nobody's talking to you and everything. Some people at that point in time came out for Fino. And by the way, people don't say you don't know Fino. It's not quite at the stage of process.
I know Fino.
It's certainly one of my...
No, I know Fino. I'm saying, I might not know everything about him, but I know Fino. I'm talking about the Hush Puppy or the, whatever it's called. I don't know who he is.
That's okay, but listen to her already claiming he's one of my...
It's not claiming,
I'll report to Bados now, just wait and see.
Bados now, so, some people came for him to say, you didn't answer the question, is this touch fake or is not fake or what have you. Anyway, before we even had chance to even ask the question very well, here comes Hush Puppy again. You, Shara, this is this. Last time you came to Malaysia, you were begging me to buy you a house in Malaysia. So this is how Hush Puppy carries on Twitter anyway. So nobody is even taking him seriously at all. Nobody loses sleep over Hush Puppy and his posts and everything. But then a couple of other musicians all jumped into it and all said, oh, they all started tagging EFCC up and down. Now EFCC, can you come and ask? We've all tried asking Hush Puppy what he does for a living. He says he works hard. Maybe if you ask him, maybe he will answer you because he doesn't answer us. So Hush Puppy, bless his hard-working soul, makes it a point of duty to actually not live in Nigeria. So he travels out to Malaysia, he comes into Nigeria a month, 2 months, I guess, once the fire is hot, only use his leg and leave again type of thing. So I don't even know if EFCC has any jurisdiction to ask him any questions or anything like that. It is just another example of chopping the fool. It is just another example of too much data and not enough sense that is making people get into. But I wanted to ask this. The reason why I actually brought this up was I wanted to ask this about Nigerian celebrities or whatever. This is the same thing. I'm sure HR director can remember. Linda Ikeji and her MS bag.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. Why do you need to prove if you're carrying? It doesn't happen.
It's irrelevant.
Nobody's ever asking Meg Ryan, come, that your bag, not real. Nobody's ever asking anybody, what is this thing? And if someone calls you out, why do you feel the need to even say, this is the new tab, this is the label, this is where I got to, this is what,
but
why are we so...
Sorry to interrupt, Rachel. I actually liked the Fino's initial response. Wasn't even really about. He didn't even say anything about oh, this is what I bought my mom or my dad. He only said that like maybe 3 responses down. The first thing he said was that, look, I work hard. I help people on the streets with the money I make. You are all about you live and die for Gucci. I live and die for my people. The hunger is different here, and that kind of stuff. That something about. So he was kind of saying, look, dude, this might be important thing to you for you to be saying, real Gucci, real Patek Phillipe, whatever. That part is relevant to me because, frankly, what I do with my time is the fact that I help all the, the youths out there. I think about my people. I'm not dealing with who's wearing what designer at what point in time. It wasn't until later that he never said that. Look, yes, when I bought my house, I didn't post it. When I bought my mother a house, I didn't post it. When I did this, I didn't post it. So, frankly, I don't need to be dealing with your ass right now. Which is one of the things that I kind of thought, okay. Yes, Fido 1 should not even have replied to begin with. He shouldn't have acted like the guy existed. But in the fact that he did reply, it wasn't what he said wasn't too bad. I wouldn't fault him for that response at all.
Yeah. I don't date anyhow people. That's why he's in my heart. The lot of news. I handpicked it.
I don't even know. Where you feel the need to tell people that you eat is Gucci or Dolce and Gabbana, whatever it is you're wearing, your money, your paper never rests.
Yes.
That money is not even enough. We also the Muslim money fasting into the picture with Dangote on the theater with some friends. How many of us can see that, okay, all those guys sitting there, that one is wearing Gucci, that one is wearing this, that one is wearing that. But we know with all those guys sitting there, the money we did there is not small.
Exactly. And they didn't even circulate the picture.
Right. If Dangote walks up to our group now, West Stanley group, and he walks in, and we all recognize him as Dangote or whatever, I mean, if you like, let him wear bedroom slippers. We'll just say, man, that's so rich people they do anyhow anyway.
The eccentric rich, as they call them.
Yeah.
It gets to a point. I have an uncle that has an estate farm in Lagos, the Alphatin Lane. And he told me, he said, look, when I was struggling to build on this farm, yes, I had all my agents wear good suits and everything, drive nice cars, because you're asking people to trust you or your people with their investment worth millions of naira, and you can look like crap. He said, but now that I've made it, that I really do have money, if I go to London, if I see suit for Liverpool market, I buy.
Yes,
And when I get to Lagos, nobody will ever question me and say, this must be from Liverpool market. It's right.
That's why he's very prudent. He doesn't waste his money. Hey, remember there was a time they were praising Dangote for using 3310. He uses one old pressing phone like
Yes,
this.
he used 3310.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Why people like this, like you said, hush puppy? Because when in my own time, hush puppy na footwear.
Hush puppy. In fact, let me quote what Fino said. He said that I represent a full continent, nation, tribe, brands, streets. What do you represent, Hush Puppy? Gucci? Question mark. Learn the life, man. I inspire you just to live for the media. It's just, you just think about it and you think like, but look, Hush Puppy, whatever you are, go and live with your Gucci, that's fine. But me, I'm way beyond that point. And this is the thing about Nigerian people. The comments were still coming by air, but he still didn't say if the Patek Phillipe was real. As in, really, people? Really? This is what we're going to be focusing on? No one's focusing on the fact that some random dimwit somewhere is trying to say, this person's not wearing real Patek Phillipe. Like, seriously? It's not as if you're calling him out on saying that the song that you wrote was plagiarized. Yes, in that instance, I want to listen, because basically this guy is selling us something that he might have stolen. In that instance, yes, I'd want to listen. But he's wearing a fake Patek Philippe. Who cares? My slippers might be from Primark. Who cares?
Who said? Who told?
Please don't knock Primark.
I'm not knocking. That's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Primark.
Dollars. No, I'm not saying that those of us that are dollar is not as strong as your pound. So Primark is good for us.
Even us that we earn the pounds, Primark is good for us.
Primark is the shit.
I tell you. Inkiru, I haven't heard anything from you at all. Ooh, Inkiru, you still on? Sorry. It's just you were unusually quiet. That's why. Okay. Okay, cool. No problem. Right, okay, so that was story number 2. Story number 3. Files. I don't even know how to put this. Okay, so first off, before I even move on to story number 3, can I just say, Inkiru, happy birthday! I know you thought you escaped because it was on a Thursday, but we waited for you. Happy birthday, eh?
When people don't want to give us jollof fries,
they won't say anything.
basmati jollof. Fresh, 10 of this jollof.
When somebody said they are bringing the law from Nigeria party and you went to work all night, and that's the only thing that was just taking you to that 8-hour shift, And then I get home, I opened the fridge, I see the takeaway is closed. I said, great, nobody touched it. I went
You undressed so you can balance.
I said, okay, there are two format plates, maybe. I open number 2, number 3, number 4, then catch me. I just said, I told my husband, I said, you need to tell your friend to tell me with Nigerian passport. He was like, no, we need it back. You should bring it back.
There was a yellow sauce. What was that yellow sauce? What was that?
I don't know. I don't know. How do you get to produce person food to cook for Nigerian passport? I don't understand. That was really good.
And then you have the audacity.
What does it taste like? What happened inside the thing? Is it sauce?
Yes, sir. I don't talk. He put more time for my eye. We know the talk. I don't talk.
Oh God, that is such a disappointment. Anyway, in Kiru, I know you didn't cook us jollof rice, but you know, we wanted to wish you a happy birthday anyway. I hope you enjoyed your 35th birthday, or I don't know, is this 35th the fifth time?
20.
No, 28th the 28th the ninth time. Okay.
So you are sharing us this is 17th anniversary of your birthday.
30th birthday, yes. You do the math.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so you are welcome, and I'm sure you send my jollof rice. I'll WhatsApp you my address. You can post my jollof rice. Is what?
Rachel says if they can bring guys from Togo, they can bring guys from UK.
I feel so strongly about this.
Oh, sorry, I was playing first this video. Sorry. That segues greatly into the next topic. No, Taiwo hasn't joined yet. So Falz the bad guy made a comment and was advising his fellow singers to stop praising Yahoo boys and international fraudsters. So he said all the people that would be singing songs that would be kind of like this person, this guy, my guy that did this, that are praising Yahoo boys. That it is glorifying something that is wrong in society. It is glorifying people stealing and kidnapping and everything. But for some reason, he didn't mention any names when he was talking about this, but people soon kind of like brought it around to Nice and the older musicians. And this has kind of just destroyed the internet. So what I want to understand is the comments. Some of the comments that will come up will be like, okay, let me see. I'm trying to look for some of the comments, but I can't even find any.
So the basic thing people were saying was, is it your Yahoo guy? Is it your business? Does Falz himself actually sing any song of moral? What is Falz soldier that he's singing or chemistry that he sang the singing? That's what's supposed to be like my Bible book, my book of Bible stories or something. Like what are the and it's very much like the hush puppy situation where we don't need to worry. Let's just deal with the fact that people have money. Let's not lose too much sleep on where they got it from, how they got it, and don't you dare try to call out people that have money. Don't you dare try to stop them. Don't you dare try to say there's anything wrong with that because tomorrow I may be going down this route as well.
And people were kind of saying about how he was disrespectful to Nice and all the older musicians and everything, and they were saying that how is him speaking about not praising criminals and fraudsters? That he might be saying that is wrong, but how can he not realize that being disrespectful to his elder musicians is also wrong? And I'm kind of thinking,
the people he met in the business.
People we met in the business and everything. So this is what people are saying. And I don't even know where to begin. I refuse to enter mouth to talk this one. So first off, let me hand over to Dolapo. Oh my god. I can't deal with the comments.
I don't know. The person not chop and for finishing, begin yarn rubbish. To me, this is a very stupid argument.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the first one to praise people questioning the questionable source of income or whatever? Fuji and Juju musicians have been doing it for donkeys. Right there. It doesn't matter. We praise politicians, we do all of that, even though we know they stole our money. So on that note, this is not a new thing that he's calling out. We've always done that.
Yeah.
And on the argument that at the same time, you have to be sure that you squeeze it clean before you start putting people on blast. Your songs are not exactly, hey baby, I love you. This is the red about the blue kind of thing. No. Catch the nigga, what is being song is not about that. It's about
Carry shaker. But then again,
be careful how people I mean, if you do that, just make sure your shit is clean. People will come back for you.
I get that, but me, I'm still trying to see what he has said that is wrong. Worst case scenario, the musicians should have just ignored him. It's that whole.
His message is right. But sometimes the message is acceptable to people when the messenger is also acceptable.
That's also true.
That's the thing. Evans cannot now start preaching to me about the merits of living a clean life.
But he's not Evans. He's not. I think of it as something completely. Look, the guy might not sing. He might not be fella. The guy might not be an activist. The guy might not sing about saving the world. He might be singing love songs and this girl looks like she's a witch kind of thing. But what he still says makes sense. I still agree in the fact that, look, he's trying to table the fact that we're getting to a point where the younger generation are learning from the things that we put out there, which is music that they find on social media. They're no longer just learning by their parents teaching them, because frankly, their parents ain't teaching them shit either. They're learning everything on social media, in the songs and all of that stuff. So maybe if we actually do not sing about these things and glorify them to the next generation, then we're not going to screw up their future. I kind of get that point. And I don't fault him for saying it.
I get the point also, but the point is, here's the message. And you are not coming with clean hands on this. Your songs are not exactly songs about falling in love or anything. Your songs are about getting sugar mommy who take care of you. So you don't even also, your message in your song are not clean.
Oh no, he sings about love songs as well.
If we talk about generation today and say, okay, that they've lost it. Yes, they've lost it. It's very different from my generation where it was, remember me, I'm the one you dance with. Those things are gone.
Oh my god. That was the Lakwa's first release.
Now today's generation is all about shape what your mama gave you. Took your mama 9 months to make up. Yes. And he's part of that group that has brought those.
Well, I think moral decadence is one thing. The person that Nice sang about is, I'm trying English, is actually undergoing serious investigation at the moment.
I have no idea who it is about.
No, you wasn't a random song, money is great. No, it's not like an Babalowo song. From what I understand, he didn't mention the person's name, but everything about the song from, should I say, the word on the streets, the people who know this person, and this person is a man of the highest level hush puppy, but a different kind of hush puppy. This is a hush puppy that we know what to do, and your hand is not clean at all.
Okay.
At all.
Maybe the guy paid for this song.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Which, like Lambo said, Sonia they used to do. They used to heal different people in different songs. This allergy, and if somebody's gonna pay me $2 million to hype them in the room, it's a concern.
Yeah, but then think about it. At that time, at that time when people were singing about that allergy, the Sonia days and the Shino Peterses and whatnot, that they were singing about all this allergy and everything. Most people, the only allergy and his friends and cohorts knows what he does. Now it's no longer, now it's all on social media, where it's not just the fact that this person, we're singing about this person. Everybody sees that it's all about gushy, gushy, gushy. The person cannot explain what work they do. It's about this and that, and it's now so obvious. It's not just a case of it's only their cohorts that know. Now everyone in the world knows, because they too put their lives on social media. So it's.
And by the way, there are some people like what's the name of this small boy who was that said he had private jets or something and got himself arrested. Damn Ukraine. Yeah. Take care. Yeah? You want to control. Damn Ukraine. If somebody is too timing, like, on the surface, pretends to have a proper job, and then it's only later that we find out that, this person is dipping and diving. That is a different situation. Shipping Mama is involved in all these other things, blah, 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 blah. But this guy that
Nice.
was thinking about doesn't have a storefront, doesn't have on the surface I'm supposed to be a businessman, was underground, that he is a 419er. He's a punk Yahoo boy, punk one. That is what he does. He does a little bit of everything, and he does it all using other people's credit cards, and they are just waiting for the nets to close in on him. That is what he does.
Yeah. So,
like I said, unless I probably would be getting people upset here. Unless the person was convicted of something, evidence is contextual right now. Yes, we can be almost sure that this is what this person does for a living. A lot of these people, if you remember, they even say in those days, they sing about board members. And we knew who the board members were.
Yeah.
Some of the questionable things were the early drug dealers.
yeah.
From Nigeria.
Yeah.
So you can't just say about this generation is just doing it. We've always done it. So in that regard, I agree with it that this is wrong. But to not try to frame it in a sense that, we're now getting, it seems like we're going off the highway, we're getting on into this side roads now, whatever. We've been on the side road forever.
Yeah. But then the other thing as well is the question that I would ask is, so because we've been doing something bad for 20 years, does that mean that we then still continue to do it? We know it's bad. We all know we shouldn't do it. We all know, it's wrong. So because we've been doing it for a long time, does that now mean we then don't stop?
Let me ask you a question. Is someone like, and it does happen once in a while, we read about it, from a Muslim sheikh, who we know, okay, the money is either from oil, which people arrogate to themselves as their own personal money, and they have all these slave labors or whatever, but because the son is turning 21, they'll invite Mariah Carey to come and sing for $1 million.
That's true.
We question them.
No, we don't.
Nobody questions those people and say, but this person, that this is a despicable human being or whatever. Not paycheck. Not check.
Me, I think they should still be questioned.
There was a big time singer that got into trouble for going to somewhere right after he won somewhere. Yeah, for going for the concert. Yeah. And she saw fire in the hands of social media and the court of social She's cuckoo lemonade, lemonade, Lipton, Coca-Cola, only she.
It's all about.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think we lost her.
I'm here. No, I'm here.
Oh,
I
we
can
lost
hear that
her.
white noise.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, she's back.
I'm here. Why did you think you lost me? Oh, sorry.
You know this Evans guy?
We heard.
Evans might be coming out of jail because Evans said that the politicians follow the shared money with the collect. So if he doesn't get him out, he will let him.
Evans is not coming out.
Evans is not coming out.
Evans is going to be killed before his case
He
starts.
is not talking.
He go lost.
Evans
He go lost.
He's not coming
He
out.
go just lost. He go just lost. I don't even think he will end up getting tried. Did you hear that he now did? Did you hear he now did? Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can reach. I want to be sure if we're actually still recording or if something went wrong.
No, we're still recording.
Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, we're still recording. I'm here.
So he said he's suing for. Let me just read this. He's suing for.
That was his father.
No, that's his father.
Petition
Yes.
about
Human rights.
they've
His
been
human
held
rights.
without charges.
Yes. That is
That's why we think it's right. Any prisoner can do that because a lot of Nigerian people don't know what to do.
Yes. Yes.
You are trying to people 8 hours or leave me alone.
And I heard that the police are still rambling that the reason why they've not tried to charge him to court is because they're still busy trying to gather their evidence. Evidence.
How much more evidence do they need? He's confessed on everything.
Yeah, I also do that they do have an injunction, but they did go to court to get an injunction too. Oh wow. There's just so many stories out there. We don't know. But you know, that is not going away. He will die. He will die.
He will die like accident. Like we don't know what happened. He was in the bathroom. He slipped. There was a piece of soap. Somehow. We don't know. He slipped and he hit his head. So let me just come into the radio show. I can see that we are still recording.
We are still recording.
I just want to be sure that we're still live. And let me just see if I can take over from you because I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm still here.
We're about to say
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now, of course, there's some people, some powerful people
Hello.
involved in whatever it was, for sure. But this is
Hello.
talking about. If you like, the guy loves to sing very well. He has a good voice. He's been singing. But so long as his songs are about his fellow co-kidnappers in the team, then we'll listen. But we must start talking about Godfathers somewhere.
yes.
Politics or whatever.
Hello. Hi.
Fast. You don't mention people like that if you want to stay alive. I don't know if you all remember this minister Afolabi or that
Yes.
Pastor John. This
Yeah.
was his Sergeant national ID scandal, the money. The moment the guy was arrested, the moment they said he was going to start talking, he died in jail.
Simple. And that's it. Don't be Evans because if you think about Evans.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Evans when he was arrested. Could we like fuck now? Don't put your mouth now. Sure, all of a sudden you're.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
I don't remember. There are 2-1 that new boy that just bring all of a sudden mouth they paying you like we couldn't even hear him speak. So he's obviously still got taps on the outside. There's people feeding him enough information to make him confident or comfortable to the point that he can actually open his mouth and say some of the things that he's saying or sending messages. And I read one of the things on social media that said something along the lines of there's a guy, Pastor John, or is it Pastor? No, there's a particular guy that has like a pastor or an apostle name who was called for all sorts of things. He's in Kirikiri right now, but apparently he basically runs Kirikiri. He's having parties every week. He can't come out.
Reverend King.
God bless you, Reverend King. That he's basically.
Yeah, I do remember him.
I don't know that story.
He's not coming out though, but inside that Kirikiri, he's living large, he runs.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
I think
Hello.
if only for the sake of the pictures, the selfies that they took, that they actually took Evans.
You know what? Let me say something, Rachel. That is not actually unique to Nigeria. They are in jail. These people are criminals. And when they go in there, it's a battle for the strongest. You're the strongest and you live like a king and whatnot. Doesn't mean when your time comes.
Hello, guys.
A lot of Nigerians are under the misconception.
Hello.
Canada, in England, if you're sentenced today, they kill you tomorrow.
Hello.
No, it will take another 10, 20 years before you die. In the meantime, you are being taken care by taxpayers' money. You're living large and you're having the best of what some people on the outside cannot have. So,
hello.
Not going anywhere.
Hello.
On the issue of maybe the issue of him not being
I'm gone again.
on him immediately, I think that is just Nigerian police and justice system dropping the ball, because unless I heard it wrong, he was arrested after a shot gun battle. That is the first charge already you put on him.
Already, yeah.
I think people dropped off again.
No, I'm still here.
Yes, people are trying to come in, I think.
I'm still here.
Muted.
Charge you lay on him. That is
Okay, now I'll be muted.
as long as you want to hold him, why you
Yes.
So I don't know why you need to finish.
Unmuted.
No.
Hello.
I will tie you up in Lagos. You first go to one kid. You go and cool your heels in Kirikiri for another 3 months, depending when I will appeal to the judge to make the bail as long as possible. And while I'm busy running around, what did Capone initially get arrested for? Initially was something stupid. Yeah, something stupid before Rudy Giuliani ended up with 8 of them in the dock for the exact all sorts of body counts showing up here and there and everything. The initial thing he actually got arrested for was nothing at all, something very little, very little indeed.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. There are people down there.
Hello, guys. Hello.
If I was in that police,
Hello.
the first thing, like I said, is the gun.
Hello.
Issue. The second thing, I'll just say, okay, call FIRS and Lagos Internal Revenue Service. This guy get this kind of money. Show me the taxes he paid. He didn't pay any tax evasion.
Because paper trail alone is 2 years. To even work out how you got your money and how money came, that's 2 years.
Hello.
By the time you're done with it, you probably have like 8 charges on him. Let him come and play bargain for the 30.
If you play bargains for 30 go catch up. That's it.
Hello, guys.
Hopefully,
Hello.
drop the ball on this one. Hopefully, he stays in there, he rocks in there, he dies in there, because I don't sense one single iota of remorse. I don't sense any kind of. So, Evans needs to just say where he is. Let's hope the police don't get this wrong. And he gets, apparently, their senior advocates that are even willing to, because he has the money, they are actually willing to take